Hey internet. So at Christmas, one of my main presents was this very generous and gorgeous Mulberry Lily bag. This is a medium lily and this was a gift from my family. It was quite unexpected. My mom had asked me what bags I like from Mulberry. But anyway, it turned out to be for me and I adore this bag. I think that Mulberry gets a little bit less attention on YouTube than Chanel, Balenciaga, or Louis Vuitton, but it's to me one of those really standout luxury brands that has a distinctly different sort of approach to handbags than the other sort of major luxury designers do. So it's one that I wanted to kind of feature and to give you guys an honest review as well, because even though overall I adore this bag, I don't think that it's necessarily for everyone. So to get started, I'm just going to show you the inside of the bag. And inside I've put the dust bag, which is normally how I store it. So let me show you what that looks like, because this is how all Mulberry bags are sold right now. You can see it's a taupey gray color with gold lettering and their signature little tree. To tell you a little bit about Mulberry, it's a British lifestyle brand that was founded in the 70s in Somerset, and it became a true British classic that took off internationally. Their most famous bags are the Bayswater, which is probably their ultimate classic bag, and then the Mulberry Roxanne also was a huge trendy bag a few years ago. Mulberry Lily in medium kind of reflects their history to a good extent in that it's kind of a satchel shape. It reminds me a little bit of the kind of bag that you would carry crossbody, sort of walking through the countryside, but of course it's dressed up quite a bit, and different elements in it are kind of a little bit of an homage to a Chanel flap, in my opinion. You can see it has a chain strap that is adjustable, just like on a Chanel flap. The links are a little bit smaller, and the leather in between them is also a little bit thinner, so it's actually almost a daintier version of a Chanel strap, but it works just as well. Like a Chanel flap, it looks really good both crossbody and just kind of worn in a more ladylike way over the shoulder. You can see in terms of size on the side, it's a little bit thinner than most Chanel bags are. And it's very sort of slouchy. This is a casual girl's best friend, but because the leather is of such high quality and the design is so classic, in my opinion, it's also very easy to dress up, which is what I adore about the Lily Medium. I feel like no matter where you go, it looks effortlessly expensive and tasteful. And isn't quite as flashy as a lot of other designs. So for me, it's very refreshing. It's also very pared down in its luxury. So really, to me, what makes this a luxury bag is the feel and weight of the hardware is really great. It's a lovely pale gold color. And you can see this front part matches really well. It's very shiny, and then the leather inside is really the standout feature. You can see that it's actually lined in suede. It doesn't feel as perfected, I guess, as the leather or canvas from a lot of other brands. It feels very sort of natural. It's that country sort of feel that they are going for, I believe. And inside you can see it's very simple. It has the Mulberry logo on the inside stitched in with their little tree logo again, and then it has one pocket with a zipper, which is really handy for your phone or any personal items that you want to keep safe in there. And then the closure is very simple. You just turn lock it just like you would a Chanel bag, and this turn lock is pretty much on all of their handbags. It's their signature. To go through the drawbacks really quickly for you guys, the leather is incredibly soft on this bag. Some of Mulberry's bags are glazed, and I believe those would probably be a little bit more sturdy in terms of scratching, but you can see it's already got some light scuffing, and even at the point of purchase, when my stepfather sort of got it for me, you could already see some scuffing. So I think you really have to make your peace with that if you're going to get a Mulberry bag, and I can understand how that would not be sort of for everyone, because you normally want a bag that will stay perfect for at least some amount of time, but the very soft slouchy leather on these bags isn't really meant to look perfect, and so that's a little bit of an adjustment for me. And if you're a caviar Chanel girl and you sort of look for that structure and solid leather, this may not be for you. This bag is more for kind of an ultimate leather lover who is really a sucker for like that simple softness and the smell of the leather, and will appreciate that and continue to love the bag even as it sort of starts to slouch more and more and gets a little bit scuffed as well, depending on which bag you purchase from them. The same thing can pretty much be said about the hardware, whereas Chanel hardware is still kind of perfect on all of my Chanel bags. Even a year later, there's no scuffing on it. I can already see like 1,000 little hairline scratches on the buckle here, and a common criticism over the last few years of Mulberry is that they've changed their hardware from its old kind of matte brass color, which didn't show scuffing quite as much because it wasn't as shiny, to this very shiny soft gold, which looks really nice but definitely also does not stay perfect. So I still love the bag despite all of that. I love how slouchy and soft it is. It makes it feel like it's really a part of my body when I wear it rather than something that I'm wearing, which is very different. I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more pared down to add to my collection. So this was perfect as a gift if you are looking to buy a gift for someone who loves luxury items and really appreciates quality of leather and workmanship. A Mulberry bag is a really good choice, but if you are more the kind of person who wants a bag to stay as perfect as possible for as long as possible and expects that to be the case with an investment purchase, then maybe a Mulberry bag isn't for you. And I'm just being honest with that because I would never want you guys to be disappointed, and I feel like that's not necessarily something that is known about Mulberry bags. It's just that once you have that soft sort of natural leather, it also comes with imperfections. You can see a nice little detail is this little charm that has a lock in it that is basically impossible to pull out unless you kind of play with it and softly, gently sort of pull it out of its little casing. And it's a lock without a key, so unlike Louis Vuitton locks where you get that key with it, this one is just kind of a pop open and close lock that is more decorative than anything else. So this is the oak color, by the way, so it's this kind of dark brown leather. It also comes in more of a caramel lighter color that is more of like a light tan. It does look better if it has sort of somewhat significant contents over sort of carrying it empty and very flat like this. You definitely can fit a lot in this bag, you guys. I have both a vintage Chanel jumbo and a medium Chanel, and this fits probably about twice as much as the medium Chanel and a similar amount to the jumbo. I do think the Chanel jumbo looks better when it's completely filled up than this one though, because once you really stuff it, it starts to look a bit pokey. Like if anything is sort of very structured on the inside, you'll start to see the shape of that through the leather, and you start to worry that maybe you're going to mark your bag, although I have found that it kind of regains its shape as soon as I take all of my things out and sort of stuff it and then store it away. That's really all I have to say about this bag. To give you guys a little sneak preview in case you haven't subscribed yet, you might want to if you like handbags, because the next video that I make about handbags on my channel will be a full collection of all of my luxury handbags. I've been kind of getting rid of handbags on my eBay page, all of the handbags I had bought in college and through the first kind of couple of years of my career I'm now ready to let go of. So those are all listed on my eBay page. I will link that down below in case you are interested in getting one like that. There's quite a lot of Rebecca Minkoff and Michael Kors on there, and then over kind of the last year and a half I've been investing in kind of all of the bags that I've always wanted. Even though I know those kinds of videos can be so controversial, you guys have been asking to see a full luxury handbag collection, and I'm ready to share that with you in my next video, which of course will include this one as well. So I will see you guys in my next video and in that video, so subscribe, give this a thumbs up so you can be a part of all that handbag goodness. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!